got pretty good attention from some pretty good channels out there as well. So I did a couple of screenshots and showing that how cops like to ruin lives and they don't care for their pension and paycheck. Well, this woman went on a cruise with her husband. She's 50 years old. Her name is Jennifer Heath Box. And most of the time I don't bring up names, but it's really relevant because there was another Jennifer, 27 years old in Harris County in Houston, that had a warrant. Not this woman. And I can't think of that, not Sam Bernie. I can't think of the name right now. But anyways, yeah. She was wrongfully arrested, and in the warrant, they didn't check their due diligence and check. So she ended up getting arrested and spent a couple days in jail. And she missed having Christmas with her family, and she got to miss her son being deployed in Japan. And they torture her by having it very cold and blasting heavy metal music. Yeah, let's get to it. So she's filing a lawsuit after mistaken identity leads to arrest. A Texas woman has filed a lawsuit after mistaken identity led to her arrest in Broward County, that's what it is. Yeah. And it's so funny, cops won't own up to it. Actually, one cop said, "Well, I'm sorry, man, but unfortunately, it is what it is." Like cops, they don't own up to mistakes most of the time. They'll say, "Well, shit happens," or "It is what it is," or they just downplay like, "Well, people make mistakes all the time." Yeah, people make mistakes, but people should be held accountable. It's called accountability and transparency.
Now at 5:30, a Texas woman is hauled off to jail after getting off a cruise ship in Fort Lauderdale. But it turns out this was a case of mistaken identity.
And now she's suing the Broward Sheriff's Office and Broward County. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero explains what happened.
Jennifer Heath Box was arrested when she got off a cruise ship in December 2022. She missed Christmas and her son being deployed, and it's that emotional experience that has her suing.
It was really difficult for me because having to call my kids and tell them that I wasn't going to be there for Christmas, and to hear that I hurt them because I wasn't there.
She wasn't there because Jennifer Heath Box was arrested after returning to Port Everglades from a family vacation. She was celebrating her brother beating cancer. As seen in body camera footage provided to us by her legal team, she was escorted off in handcuffs as BSO deputies told her there was a warrant for her arrest out of Harris County, Texas for child endangerment.
The issue was the fact that my driver's license photo was attached to her warrant. None of my information was attached to the warrant other than my photo. So at that point, I thought I was going to be released.
Box's attorney says there were too many differences between the actual suspect and their client, including Box having adult children, being 23 years older, and is almost a half-foot taller. But she was still held for 3 days. Included in the lawsuit is Broward County Sheriff's Office, the arresting deputies, correction officers, and the county. BSO sent us a statement saying they sympathize with Mrs. Box. They also say, in part, had it not been for the arrest warrant filed by the Harris County Sheriff's Office, Customs and Border Patrol would have not flagged Miss Box. BSO would have not been notified, and she would not have been arrested. They go on to say, the actions of the BSO deputy involved in arresting Miss Box were reviewed by the Broward Sheriff's Office Internal Affairs Division, and no employee misconduct was found. The matter is now closed. As for Harris County, Box's legal team say they aren't at fault.
Does it make it right? No. I think that there just needs to be better due diligence, on all sides,
Box says that was her first time ever being on the cruise, but because of her experience, it will be her last time. In Fort Lauderdale, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
I don't blame her. Yeah, like I said, and the other Jennifer that was 23 years younger, that was facing a warrant for felony abuse of a minor. Well, guess what? Those charges were dropped.